Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I will show you a 2012 American superhero thriller film called Chronicle. Spoilers ahead, so watch out and take care. Andrew Detmer is a teenage boy living in Seattle. He stays with his cancer-bedridden loving mother and alcoholic father. Due to his mother's illness, finances in the family are strained, making Andrew Detmer a target for local bullies at home and in school. The only person Andrew Detmer hangs out with is his maternal cousin, Matt Garetty. Matt Garetty tries to encourage Andrew Detmer and keep him out of his gloom until the boys finish high school. One day, Matt Garetty and Andrew Detmer hang out with Matt Garetty's on-again, off-again girlfriend, Casey Letter. Casey Letter spends most of her time vlogging about her day. This makes Andrew Detmer decide to buy a camera and vlog about his days. He also hopes that him recording his days will deter his father from hitting him. That evening, Matt Garetty invites Andrew Detmer to a party. Andrew Detmer declines the invite, opting to stay home with his mother. Unfortunately, Andrew Detmer's father, Richard Detmer, comes home drunk and hits Andrew Detmer, calling him out for being disobedient. Andrew Detmer links up with Matt Garetty later and attends the party. The evening seems to be going on well until another guy picks a fight with Andrew Detmer for accidentally filming his girlfriend. Andrew Detmer leaves the party bitter. He is soon approached by another popular student called Steve Montgomery. Steve Montgomery invites Andrew Detmer to film something he and Matt Garetty have found in the field. The two join Matt Garetty near what seems to be a large hole. The curious boys climb into the hole to investigate. They walk through what appears to be a cave and find a glowing blue crystalline object. As they approach the object, it begins to pulsate violently. The impulse causes the video camera to short out. A few weeks later, Steve Montgomery is seen hanging out with the boys. The boys play with a ball and accidentally discover that they have developed telekinesis abilities. They start experimenting on these abilities and slowly discover that their noses bleed when they overexert themselves. Despite this side effect, the boys are elated and they decide to visit the hole and get some answers. Unfortunately, they find that the hole has been filled in with dirt. The police officer warns them to stay away as the place is deemed dangerous. The first person to master his powers is Steve Montgomery, and he can do many things without nose bleeding. The boys realize that as time goes by, their powers are getting stronger. Like other boys their age, they decide to use their powers in a public shopping center. The boys enjoy playing harmless pranks on the shoppers, like making carts drive off and levitating teddy bears to scare off kids. They even make the Virgin Mary's portrait appear on a pancake, scaring off the waitress. After some time, the boys are in a parking lot when Steve Montgomery easily slides off a car from one lot to the other. The boys are amused when the car's owner gets confused when he gets out later. On the drive home, a rude motorist honks at them. Andrew Detmer decides to use his powers and shove the car off the curb a little. Unfortunately, he loses control and ends up dumping the car past a ravine into a pond. The boys rush to rescue the driver and call emergency services. Matt Garetty is not pleased with Andrew Detmer's carefree attitude regarding the incident. Matt Garetty insists that the boys restrict use of their powers, especially where living beings are concerned. Later on, the boys meet Steve Montgomery at an abandoned garage. Here, they find Steve Montgomery levitating in the air. He advises the boys to try it, and soon, the three of them discover that they can fly. In the next few hours, the boys can be seen racing past clouds and playing football. This moment is ruined when an airplane flies dangerously close to Steve Montgomery. The surprise causes him to lose consciousness, and the other boys have to rush and save him. Fortunately, the three land on the ground safely. While reminiscing about their day, Andrew Detmer shares that this is the happiest day of his life. In school, the boys plan to tour the world and visit all of their dream places. Andrew Detmer wants to visit Tibet and see the monks who he feels have achieved the highest level of enlightenment. Steve Montgomery wants Andrew Detmer to get some fame in school, so he advises him to enter the school talent show. He could use his powers under the magic show art. Andrew Detmer takes Steve Montgomery up on his offer and joins the show. He performs a certain number of tricks, enthralling his peers. By the end of it, Andrew Detmer is popular amongst his peers, and he gets himself invited to a party. For the first time in his life, Andrew Detmer sees his peers treat him as an equal, and he enjoys every minute of it. Unfortunately, his bad luck resumes when he pukes all over a girl he was supposed to sleep with upstairs. Steve Montgomery, who has taken over the camera, accidentally offends Andrew Detmer following his vomit disaster. Andrew Detmer goes home, but his father finds the camera and sees some footage of Andrew Detmer at the party. He gets angry and berates Andrew Detmer for buying an expensive camera while they cannot afford his mother's medication. Richard Detmer goes to punch Andrew Detmer, but Andrew Detmer stops the punch midair. In retaliation, he uses his powers to repel his father and flees the house. His agitation causes a storm cloud, and simultaneously, Matt Garetty's and Steve Montgomery's noses start to bleed. This shows that their powers are symbiotic. Matt Garetty refuses to deal with Andrew Detmer's temper, so Steve Montgomery seeks him out alone. In the next scene, several students and parents are seen attending a funeral. It turns out that Steve Montgomery was killed after being struck by lightning. After the funeral, Matt Garetty approaches Andrew Detmer, wanting to know what happened on that night, as there weren't any recorded lightning strikes. Andrew Detmer feigns ignorance, to which Matt Garetty cuts him off and ends their friendship. Later, Andrew Detmer visits Steve Montgomery's grave privately and apologizes for his demise. When he gets back to school, Andrew Detmer finds that the respect that he had is long gone. Instead, everyone is laughing and mimicking his vomiting incident, including Casey Letters. When his former bullies continue bullying him, Andrew Detmer uses his powers to pull out the lead bully's teeth. Later, Andrew Detmer shows the teeth to his camera and explains how he pulled them out. Andrew Detmer is seen at the abandoned garage. Here, he talks about apex predators and how humans have no remorse for when they crush bugs or squeeze mosquitoes. Andrew Detmer feels that he is now an apex predator, and he cannot feel guilt or remorse for harming anyone, as it is how things are now. He is tired of being bullied, and he believes that he got his powers because the universe favored him overall. At home, Andrew Detmer overhears his father speaking with someone about bringing medicine for his wife. Andrew Detmer goes to the pharmacy to get the medicine, but he is denied it as he lacks money. Annoyed, Andrew Detmer goes home and puts on his father's old firefighting uniform. He decides to take money from all the people who have offended him. He begins attacking the local gangs that bullies him. Within seconds, all the thugs are unconscious, and Andrew Detmer takes their money. Next, he goes to a convenience store by the gas station. He manages to steal the money, but the station owner follows him out with a rifle. He shoots at Andrew Detmer, but the helmet diverts the bullet, causing it to hit a tanker and explode. The impact pushes Andrew Detmer and the store owner apart, with Andrew Detmer's clothes catching fire, and he is knocked unconscious. Later, Andrew Detmer is seen in the hospital. Richard Detmer comes in weeping. He tells Andrew Detmer that his mother has passed on. He blames her death on Andrew Detmer, as Richard Detmer had left her alone to go look for him. Richard Detmer is so upset he starts shouting. He is about to strike his unconscious son when Andrew Detmer grabs his hand. Andrew Detmer uses his power to blow a hole in the hospital building. Elsewhere, Matt Garetty is at a birthday party when his nose starts bleeding. He feels that something is wrong, and coincidentally, the news broadcasts the explosion at the hospital. Matt Garetty and Casey Letter rush to the scene just in time for Matt Garetty to save Richard Detmer, who Andrew Detmer drops from the sky. However, Andrew Detmer sees Matt Garetty rescue his father and goes after him, nearly crashing their car. Luckily, Matt Garetty gets Richard Detmer and Casey Letter to safety before flying up to Andrew Detmer at the Space Needle. He tries talking Andrew Detmer down, but Andrew Detmer refuses to listen to reason. The two boys fight using their abilities to throw cars and hurl each other at buildings while onlookers record the entire exchange. The boys soon land at a plaza and are surrounded by the police. The police shoot at Andrew Detmer, but he stops the bullets, destroying the surrounding buildings one after another. After seeing so much property destroyed, Matt Garetty realizes that the only way to stop Andrew Detmer is by killing him. He therefore uses his powers to impale Andrew Detmer with a spear from a nearby statue. As Andrew Detmer's body hangs lifelessly, Matt Garetty flies away despite his severe injuries. In the final scene, Matt Garetty is seen in the Tibetan mountains with Andrew Detmer's camera. He records an apology and swears to use his powers for good before flying away and leaving the camera behind. What do you think about this movie? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more movie recaps like this. Like and share this video. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any new content about your favorite movies. You want to keep the entertainment going? Well, check out this related video to see more, and I'll see you in the next video.